This is what I wish I knew when I was in my 20s, as a woman who's now in my 30s, when it comes to dating. If he does not thoroughly enjoy taking care of you, wrong. It should turn him on to please you. It should fill his cup to fill yours. If there is any sentiment that you are a burden, a chore, depleting him, what do you bring to the table, any of that, run. If he does not naturally make you a priority, next. If he has enough time in his day to use the restroom, if he has enough time in his day to eat food, he has enough time in his day to call you, to text you, to get back to you, to prioritize you. People prioritize what they want to prioritize. Someone raised on love cannot date someone raised on survival. Unfortunately, this is especially prevalent in Black communities where people had to grow up raising themselves in really difficult situations. If he does not get therapy and is at a point of healing to the point where he can recognize love and give love and process love, do not waste your time if you are raised on love.
I don't even think she know what love is, honestly, because everything she has named so far is not love. Nothing what she said was love. If he doesn't prioritize you, if he doesn't text you back, if he doesn't think about you when he eats or when he's at work or all of this crazy thing that she has just mentioned. Listen, as a man and you're working on yourself and you're seeking after God, none of what she said matters. None whatsoever. Not one bit. Nada. Right? Because guess what? When I'm at work, I'm focusing on at work. I'm not supposed to be thinking about you when I'm at work. When I'm eating, I'm supposed to be conscious, not unconscious thinking about you. And this is one of the issue we're seeing with women. They want you to worship them. They want you to grovel at their feet. No, 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 that's backwards. Backwards. You're supposed to be a helpmate to the man, and the man is supposed to serve God, not serve you, the devil. The devil just to accommodate you and your feelings so you can feel good, and I'm gonna have to do it every single day for the rest of my life. That's like send me to jail or prison. That man will never be happy because you want to control the man so much. It's insanely crazy. You don't want to know what he's doing, when he's doing, and he should be thinking about you every single day, minute, time of the hour, second. What's wrong with these women? I'll tell you what's wrong. She needs to go forgive her mom and dad so she can see the light and get rid of the spirit that's inside of her.
You can see a dog on the street, want to take them inside, but they can maul your entire family because they do not understand what love is when you reach out your hand to pet them.
I mean, everyone is obligated to do whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. That's why relationships are not lasting, because it's the wrong order. You're out here worshiping a woman. She doesn't even know who she is. Most of us, not all, but most of us don't even know who we are.
If he gets defensive when you express your truth, next, the wrong man will try to make it seem like whatever it is trivial. It does not even matter what it is. He could hurt your feelings because he wrote your name on a card with bad handwriting.
What?
It does not matter what it is. If you are feeling a way about it and you cannot talk to him and hear his empathy and compassion, he does not have to agree to understand. He does not have to agree to show love and care and consideration. If he does not have that level of emotional intelligence and availability, move on. You cannot teach someone that. If he's a
See, most female do a relationship when it comes to feelings, right? And if they don't feel good, and if you don't continue making them feel good, you're gonna live in hell, man. You're gonna be bound to hell. Her feelings can change tomorrow, seconds, in a minute, and you're gonna base the relationship off her feelings? That if you don't do something right, she's gonna just cut you, and if you don't do it right, the heaver's gonna come out of her, and she's gonna use every tactics to get an argument or erratic a feeling out of you so she can control you when you have that feeling and fight back to back, fight with each other. And you think that is love? You don't really sit here and say that is love. You need to worship me, and that is love. Wow.
Aggressive with others, he's most likely going to be aggressive with you. If he cannot respect your boundaries, move on. That is a dangerous situation. If he cannot set boundaries with others, move on. This boy will have you feeling like the man in the relationship. If money is the number one metric that matters in his life, move on. You will never come first, and you are going to be seen as an expense. Let me know if I should do a part 2.
Getting to know someone and placing boundaries on them is you're definitely trying to control them. You should just go into a relationship, have no preconception of what you want from that person. Want nothing from that person, right? Let it just happen naturally. Because if you go in there and you said, oh, she's my type, she's beautiful, I like her, she's hot, you're lusting after her, and you're going to have blinders on. You're not going to be able to see her for who she truly is. Because you already went in there with an opinion. And she's going to use that to manipulate you into the relationship, right?
Let's move on. This boy will have you feeling like the man in the relationship. If money is the number one
And let's be honest, women are expensive no matter what. If you working for money or if you don't have money, women are expensive. Because even though they are working and have pride and an ego, she still wants you to pay for everything. Let's keep it a buck here. Let's keep it 100%. And let's say you're dating her and then you're going to marry her. And first of all, if she can't obey you, man, why are you marrying her? But let's say you marry her and now she needs to stay home with the kids and take care of the kids. Well, if she's educated and prideful and career driven, that's not going to happen. She's going to put her career above everything else because she wants to be like a man. Right? She doesn't want to fall into her natural role. Her natural role is to help the man. Right? But that's what you will get. Especially when you go looking for a woman. The devil will give you what you want, and it's not going to be nice. Trust me. Because I've done it. I've done it in my past. I've done it multiple times. I just got fed up and be like, something is not right. But guess what? I was looking for love from a woman because I was traumatized by my mom. My mom lied to me. Let me think that love is what she taught me it was. Relying on feelings and accommodating a woman and giving her what she wants when she wants it and pleasing her. That's not love. Taking her to dinner, do trips, making her feel good. That's not love. What's going to happen when you can't make her feel these ways? Because she rely on you now. And when you can't make her feel good, she's going to turn against you. Is that love? How is that love? It's not love. And you, the man, want to keep her, so you're going to do all these other things to keep her. Is that love? That's not love.
And I get it, there's men that prefer not to be with women with kids. Like, we get it, we hear you guys. We hear you loud and clear, okay? Nah, man don't want any woman with kids, you know? Don't want no woman with kids, you know? Like, any man that is so vocal about, I don't want a woman with kids. Why on earth would anyone want to be with someone like that? Why? Because it's just a horrible trait to have. Like, yes, have your preferences, but don't go and shout down a whole group of people in society and make them feel worthless about themselves just because you don't want to date one. Make it make sense.
If a man says he doesn't want a woman with kids, there's nothing wrong with that. And if you're gonna feel worthless that he said that to you, it's something that's inside of you already that you need to work on. Because you're taking his word and you're projecting it on yourself. What's wrong? It seems like you need to work in yourself. That's what that seems like. But don't be with a woman that's older than you or a woman that already has kids. Why is she even single? Why is she single with a kid? Sounds like the guy couldn't handle her. She's a handful. That's what that sounds like. Right? And let's say maybe the dad did die. Who knows? Right? Who knows? Don't know. But everyone can do whatever they want to do. But we, for this community and for this YouTube, we want to do it the right way. The right and correct way. The way God said it shall be done. Right? If a woman have a kid and the kid is not above 18, don't be with her. She's selfish. Because she's going to want to feel good. She wants someone to make her feel good. That's basically what it is. Instead, she should be focusing on prioritizing the kid. Be an example for the kid. Show the kid what love truly is by seeking the kingdom of God. Right? A woman can do it, but at some point she's going to need a man. But she has a kid right now. The kid and she should make sure the kid end up having the father in her life. Else she's going to grow up resenting the mom and she's going to think she loved the mom. But she's going to be yearning for the father. Because every single person hate their mom. They do. They just don't know it. And they think they hate their dad, but they're actually yearning for their father. And if you hate your father, you hate God. Sorry. It is what it is. You don't know why that is. I bet you don't know. But remember who God created first. Adam, likeness of God. And every wisdom passed on from God into the man. So you need to forgive your mom for hating her and resenting her. And if you do that, you're going to end up being with a woman that is just like your mom. Because you end up loving the thing you ate. And that's just how it goes.
Worst thing you can do as a woman is not be nonchalant. And this comes as an ex-lover girl that used to be like, I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm going to go full force for it. When I was 21, I met this guy in Miami. Within 2 weeks, I was like, listen, I'm going to fly to LA. I can't let this go. In a month, I was kind of like, what are we? I invested all this time into you. I want to know where this is going. I think as women, the worst thing we have is this idea of scarcity mindset, whereas men have this idea of plentitude. Men not think that you are going to be like the last good woman they're ever going to meet. And no, they can go to the club, they can pick up some girl, and she's probably going to start folding his laundry and feeding him within a week. Shit literally all comes down to the chase. No one wants to hear it and play games, but that's kind of what it is. Like about the guy that's like way too much on you. It's very off-putting. It's like, dude, what's wrong with you? When you over-invest into men and you prioritize them, you give them...
I want you to see something that just happened here. Something that just happened. She said if a guy is on her, she's like, buddy, relax. What's wrong with you? She knows that guy have a weakness towards women and she can control him easy. But you see what she wanted? She wanted the guy that she cannot have and control. That's what she wanted. And if you meet a girl at a club, she's not the one, man. A God-fearing woman, what is she doing out clubbing? She's looking for fulfillment. She's looking for satisfaction. She's looking for validation. And guess what? She's going to get it when she goes. But guess what's going to happen the next day? She's going to be back in the same state that she was in before she went to the club. Now she's going to need something else, some excitement, some thrill. to keep that hole that is not filled inside of her. And she's going to rely on you, that man, even though she's chasing the guy that is don't want her or too busy doing his thing. Even though she's chasing him, when she gets him, she's going to want that guy to prioritize her and make her feel good. And if the guy submit to her and do all of these things, she's going to know that she, even though at first she couldn't, now she can control him. And by doing that, you're subjecting yourself to the woman. You're making the woman your God. No. Focus on what you're doing, focusing on God, and let things happen naturally.
Them all of the power. Being nonchalant puts you at an advantage. Personally, with dating moving forward, I know that if I want to actually get to know someone and not romanticize this idea of them and fall in love with their potential, I have to date several people at one time, because then that way I literally cannot physically prioritize you. That eventually I can lean that down and start to see, okay, who really is a good person for me. Why you will notice that men end up on top most of the time, because they've taken a really long time to finally settle down with somebody. If you draw back your energy, you'll realize how much oftentimes the ideas that you've created in your head are false, and this person's not even as great as you thought they were. A lot of times in my own personal life, he invests so much into a man for him to pick up everything I invested into him and then go to the next girl that's like literally not even paying him any attention and treating her beautifully. You have to be nonchalant forever. If they're not texting you, don't text them. If they're not asking you to go out, don't ask to go out. If you feel like that's just not the person that you are, then you need to go look specifically for someone who is exactly like you. Otherwise, you are setting yourself up for disaster.
I mean, if you text the guy and he don't respond, she's going to go in thought. She said it. She said, I have this preconception of what this guy could be. I have an image of his potential. She went in thought, and the thought set her up, because she went and conversed with the devil, because she's trusting in herself and not letting the will of God, everything happen naturally, right? And she set herself up, because you're going to have all this preconception or pre-motion of what will be and what would be. And when you don't, it's a good feeling when you have these thoughts and the feeling are there, so that you feel so good, right? And when you don't get it, you feel bad about it. So you see that good or bad feelings are not good to have, because they make you feel good, but then they betray you down the line. And by them betraying you, you feel bad. And because the guy made you feel bad, you're going to do crazy stuff, like probably text him all day, trying to manipulate him by talking with other guys, like 7 guys like she mentioned. Like, come on, man. Are we grown people here? We're just playing kids game. But I understand it's not her. She knows no different. She doesn't know what true love is. She doesn't know what it is. It's a feeling, it's a high that she's chasing all the time. I get it. And she's going to be like, well, I text you and you don't answer. Like, leave him. Don't. What if the guy's busy working? I work a lot, right? And if it's meant to be, you wouldn't have to force anything. It will just happen naturally.
Because people have their own shit going on, and stop making someone's validation and acceptance of you your self-image and self-worth. I have dated men that have treated women horribly before and then treated me wonderfully, and then I've also dated men that have treated me horribly and treated the next woman beautifully. The way to leave relationships unscathed or any type of situationship is to just not over-invest yourself or to take anything personal that people do. Move at the pace that they're moving. If you've ever watched Miss Sprinkle, she always talks about how the more men invest into you money-wise, the harder it is for them to leave. I mean, this applies also.
Huh? It's all about money, man. Invest money into a woman. That is love. You see how crazy that is? I invest money in her, so that means I love her. That doesn't mean anything. And this is what women think love is. Because you buy me all of these nice things, you take me in, extravagant date, you accommodate my feelings, what a mess!
So it's just with our energy and kind of like
all this game playing. Man, never take advice from a woman. Never take advice from women, because every time you do, you're going to suffer for it. You will suffer for it. You will.
Our sexual presence and stuff, the slower you are to sleep with them, the slower you are to invest your energy into them, the slower you are to center them into your life, the easier it will be for you to leave or not care when things are not going right.
The next thing is, when you first met her, you're kissing on her, you're doing the sex thing with her. Guess what? It's going to create feelings. And that's what she's going to base it off of. You make me feel good, she make you feel good, so you both love each other. Is that true though? No, because when you stop making her feel good or she stop making you feel good, you're going to feel bad. She's going to feel bad. She's going to try to control you and tell you it wasn't what it was when we started dating in the first place. I'm pretty sure most of you have gotten that from a girl. I've gotten that from a girl. It's going to be like, it's not the same. I don't feel the same way. Things have changed. It's not you, it's me. And you're going to try and chase after her. And the more you chase after her, the more she wants to run away from you. Isn't that crazy? So how are you basing these relationship off feelings when her feelings going to change? She made the devil her God. You're chasing her. She made the devil her God, and you're going to listen to her? That's why you're going to suffer. Because you're chasing after the woman. You have made her your God, and she have made the devil her God. So guess what's going to happen? You're going to suffer because it's backwards. Backwards. Man, I can't say it enough. Wake up, man. You are man. You're the image of God likeness. Wake up. Let's fix this world. Let's lead these women properly, because they're taking over society, because the people that are in power know this, and they're using it against you, the man, to control you, because they know you're chasing the woman. They're going to use the woman to destroy an entire nation, an entire population, an entire world, because men are not strong enough. And the only way to get rid of all of these lusts, these depression, these anxiety, all of these crazy things that are attacking you, but it's not used because you have identified with these thoughts for so long. It's a spirit that have made a home in you, and you don't understand. But the only way to get rid of them is to go back to God. Find yourself back to God. Work on yourself.